Luana. I am 32 years old. I am from Brazil, and I work with fitness industry here in Vietnam, but I was working in Brazil also with the fitness industry. But basically, my life is about...
What do you miss most about Brazil?
Well, talking about the Brazil in general or about my life in Brazil?
Well, like Brazil, the country, okay. Brazil.
I miss the most the organization from Brazil, mainly the traffic, because here it's crazy, as you guys know.
Yeah.
So I think this is one of the most things, and I miss a lot also the way we work there. We are very open up with everybody. We talk straightly. And here sometimes you have to stay thinking about what you are going to talk, how don't hurt the feelings.
Who do you miss most? Which family member you miss
my
most?
Mom for sure.
Yeah.
My mama for sure.
Yeah, sure. Me too. So is she the one that has the most influence on you as a person?
Yes and no. We are very different from each other. My mama is more quiet, more calm. I am more hyperactive. But yeah, she's the strong woman that I had in my life. The most experience that I had was from her, because she grew me up as a single mom. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah. So she has a lot of influence.
Do you mind telling us why? The reason why you moved here? Why
Actually,
did you decide to?
like I told you guys, I was working in the fitness industry and I was changing some company in Brazil, and I got offered to come to Vietnam. One of my best friends since my childhood, we made all the college, university together. He was working in Asia. In that time, he was not in Vietnam yet. He was working in Indonesia, and he got an offer to me, but in that time I couldn't make it to Indonesia. So when he moved to Vietnam for California Fitness, to work with California Fitness, I got again another invitation to come to Asia. So at this time, as I was making a move on my career, on my companies, so I decided to take the chance and say, why not?
So how did your family react, especially your mom react, when you say that you would move to Vietnam?
My mom supports me in everything that I decide in my life.
Wow.
Yes, for her was a shock, but she was expecting already, because like I told you, I was supposed to come to Indonesia first, but I said no. And the most critical was for my grandfather, because he raised me up.
Oh.
So for him it was like, no, you cannot do that. You don't need to go out of your country. You have your family here. You don't need more money. Because in his mind in that time it was just about money. And why you are moving if you have everything here? Your loved ones was here. So this was the most difficult transition. But as always, I have my mom on my back, and she supported me a lot to explain to him and say that she's not leaving us, she's just going to other country. Once a year she will be back with us. We are going to talk every week by Skype or something like that. So the most critical was
like you said, you're the manager at
California Fitness Yoga Center.
Yeah, so tell us about a normal day in life.
Well, my day is kind of different every day. In the end of the day, I am instructor, as my instructors. So today I manage almost 11 clubs in Hanoi, Nha Trang, and Da Nang. I am manager in Nha Trang and Da Nang also, so I have to fly often there to check my teams. So today I have 6 coordinators under me, and we have more than 90 instructors, GXIs. So it's really, really tough for sometimes.
Yeah, it sounds amazing though.
A lot of people, yeah, but it's really amazing. Yeah. But meetings, making connections, solving issues in the club, connecting with members, getting to understand what they want, how we can be better every day, how we can deliver the most perfect service, and dealing also with instructors explaining why we have to do it this way, why we cannot do it another way. It's kind of hard to deal, but in the end it's a pleasure.
That sounds amazing though. Of course it's hard work, but every work is, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and to be honest, I really think that you're a great model for everyone who's looking for a job, and for women especially, because you're in a managerial position. Yeah. It's not easy to get there, right?
Actually not. When I came to Vietnam, I just came as coordinator. So it's one of the first steps to become a manager. Is a manager too. Coordinator is a manager. He's the most important piece inside of the club, inside of the department. Most than me sometimes. Because he's who is caring about the GXIs and the members. He's who caring about the schedules and all the issues inside of the club. But it's quite, you have to stick on it if you wanna step up. So yeah, it's not easy, but it's worth.
Yeah, especially for women. I hate to say this, but seriously, Vietnam is a quite conservative country, and well, the mentality that women in a managerial position is quite controversial, I suppose. Not only in Vietnam, but in a lot of countries. Like how do you deal with that? Because I'm feminist all the way, but like sometimes people think women in a higher position, higher level of management is like they're pushy, they are self-interested, they are mean and all of that. But when when they see a man in that position, they say that they are assertive, they are well, all those other positive words.
Yes.
But like you said,
the most difficult is what you said. Most of the people think about us as women in a high management position or in another high position, that you are selfish. Especially in my case, that I am not married, I don't have kids, and yes, I am all by myself. So the people always will target you as selfish. You just think about you.
Yeah.
But it's not like that. It's just kind of options you made. I still caring about of my family. I still helping my family. I still helping all my friends in Brazil. I love to connect with people. I just make a decision to put my career in the first place.
Like you said, you work both in Brazil and in Vietnam, right?
Yes.
What's the difference? Like in the workplace, what's the difference?
In Brazil, we are way more into the fitness, thinking about the shape. Brazilians are shifting the mind now that fitness is more than shape, is more about wealth, health, and wellness. Okay, it's more about your healthy. But yes, Brazilians are crazy for fitness, to have the perfect body, the perfect for the women, the perfect butt, for the guys, the perfect biceps. It's much more how you look than how your look is getting things for your future. How you can be a fit and active human being with 8s, 9s. That's the most difference. Vietnam people, they love the fitness, make active, but you gonna see that's more about fun.
Yeah.
They don't take it like, I have to be perfectly in shape. Now it's turning a bit because of the influences from social media, unfortunately, or fortunately, have the both sides. But it's not so much pressure that you have to be in shape.
Yeah.
You have to deliver the most beautiful body. It's more about fun. It's more about to engage with people, go and have some great times, relax. It is really nice in Vietnam. It's really nice.
I don't know about other people, but seriously, when I'm at the gym, it's just about having fun. I always go with my friends, and we just basically just sit there and talk.
That's not good. Too.
So let's go back in time a little bit.
Okay.
So tell us about your childhood. Which memory in your childhood that you remember the most, and you think that shaped you as a person?
Like I told you, my life was always about fitness. So when I was, my biggest memories that I have from my childhood is with my friends. I was a swimmer in Brazil also. So I remember all these competitions when you are with your whole family cheering you, and your friends in the same competition and making the same things as you. So my biggest memories are with sports, with friends and with family. And after this, I become a ballerina in Brazil.
Wow.
Also, yes. So I danced almost 17 years without
professionally?
interruption. Yes.
Wow.
And I just stopped to dance when I broke one of my ankles.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So that was not the really big deal. I broke, I recovered, I started to dance again, and I went to university and I had another contusion on my ankle. So I went to the doctor and the doctor told me, you have two options. You can still dancing, but we have to make a surgery and maybe you're never gonna dance as the same because of the mobility of your ankles. So I decided to stop and just making for fun. And as I love to dance, this become part of me and become part of my profession.
So that got you into like the fitness world, right?
Yes, yes. That was my childhood. Going everywhere, running with friends, walking in bicycles every weekends, and yeah, it was amazing childhood.
So did you, were you in like a company, like a ballet company?
Yes.
Did you guys travel over and just perform?
I just traveled around Brazil. Not so much, because when I was turning to be the real professional ballerina, I had to make a decision between the university and the ballet. So I didn't travel so much. But yes, the company travel a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, stay in school, seriously. So university, what did you study in university?
I made physical education.
Wow. Well, makes sense.
Here in Vietnam is kind of sports education.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, it's
because
kind of
it's
the
not my
same.
profession.
Kind of the
Yeah,
same.
so I'm sure that your education in university helped you a lot in your work, right?
Yes, it's my everything. It's my background. It's something that without in Brazil, you cannot become a professional without having the graduation. Be graduated in physical education. You cannot work with fitness if you are not graduated. So for us, must to have are 4 years that you are really deep inside of knowledge, knowing your body, anatomy, physiology, and all the kind of stuff that you even imagine how your cells are working. So we go very deep.
That's like medicine.
Yes, it's kind of. In Brazil, it's kind of. It's not just you want to be instructor, you go there making the course, like suppose Zumba course for being instructor of Zumba. In Brazil, no. In Brazil, first of all, you have to make the university are 4 years really deep in knowledge.
Wow.
And after that, you can make trainings. And after you get your certification, your graduation, you can work.
Yeah. So during university, did you have like any doubts and mishaps about whether you've chosen the right course? Because
No.
Wow, it's surprising to hear because a lot of students, like myself included, we sometimes wonder like, did we make the right choice? Did I make the right choice? Is this what I want to do in life? Because I'm right now majoring in business, but sometimes it's quite a broad kind of major, so sometimes it's just a lot of information at the time and makes you wonder like, is this the right thing to do? Is this like
yeah, before I went to the university I had these doubts. I made the tests for medicine, I made tests for become a lawyer, and I made the test for be a physical educator, but I find myself in this. When I stopped, I passed in all the three. But when I stopped, took my decision, all my life was about fitness. I was a swimmer, I was a ballerina, I was teaching kids, ballet for kids. So deep in my heart, I could be a really good doctor, yes, maybe. I could be a really great lawyer, yes, maybe. But I always did in my life be an instructor, be a teacher. So when I made my registration, I didn't have any doubts that was the perfect career for me.
Yeah. Being an instructor is kind of like being a teacher, right?
Yes, it is. It really is.
Yeah, it's all about like trying to motivate people, right? And I think that what you said is right. I think that sometimes when we have doubts, we just have to like, take a seat and just like look back at what your real passion is. Like, don't have doubts because you've chose something for a reason, right?
Yeah. For sure.
So I want to ask you how long after you graduate from university that you find a job, because a lot of us graduates.
Straight away.
Wow, you are very lucky.
Straight away.
Seriously, your life is so different from us.
Yes.
Because a lot of us, we worry in our last year of university that maybe when we graduate, we won't find a job, or we will find a job that does not pay well, does not interest us, and stuff like that. So, do you have any advice for them?
I think that when you are in the university, you have to start to look the area you are looking.
Yes.
You are going to, and you have to start to look at really good companies that can bring it to you value. And I will tell something to you. When I start to work for free, without money, without salary, without payment. Oh, Luana, but this is not fair. Yes, maybe no.
Yeah.
But maybe these are the points that's going to open the doors for you. So think twice when you have the offer, but you are not getting a really high payment, or you are not getting payment at all. Because this place can be the place that is going to be the base for all your knowledge and all the things that come on your path. So I was very lucky. I was working straight away in the middle of university. I was a trainee for the university. So no payments, no salaries, mama helping, family helping. But this was the really door that opens to me. When I took my certification and I put my CV on the seat, one day after I got my first job. That's really good. Education is everything.
Yeah.
A country that invests in education for sure will be very successful. Very successful. You can take Germany, you can take UK, you can take US, Australia.
Yeah.
The base of the country is the education.
Yeah, of course. So, in your job, which tools or which skills do you think are the most important?
I'm dealing with people every day. So you must be very great communicator.
Yes.
So communication skills is the most important. This is what's gonna bring to you a lot of success, or this is the thing that's gonna kill you in the job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how you communicate is very important, more than everything. You can be a very, very, very good people in your organization and you have everything done, but you don't know how to communicate with people. Unfortunately, I don't think that will work out. And when you are a leader, when you are leading a team, it's very important to us listen. Yeah, one of the skills of communication is be a good listener.
Yeah.
So if you don't tell me, and maybe tomorrow you quit the job, I will feel very frustrated as a leader, because I could attend your expectations, but in the opposite side, you never showed me what to expect. So you have to remember that always are different paths. You always have two paths, and doesn't matter how many curves or if straight, never take the middle. That's what we say. You always have to go through this. So talk, explain yourself, explain your thoughts, expose what you're thinking. Maybe in your mind will be very, very, come on, I will go talk this, will be very silly. But for me, maybe will not. Or maybe I even thought about.
Yeah. So, like you said, you're quite an introverted person, like close off, right? So, how did you like break free from that shell and just be a different person and at work? How do you do that? Because sometimes it's quite a challenge. Yeah.
Hard work. I have to. It's not a mask. I never gonna use masks or fake myself. But I have to take from my inside to outside this Luana. The Luana that's going to talk, the Luana that's going to interact with people, that Luana that's going to share a lot of things, since you don't touch in my personal life.
Yeah.
The personal life is very, very sensitive. Some people for sure, they know. My closest friends, my family, 100% sure. But for all the other peoples, you have to be a bit carefully, mainly in the job.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite a mask. It's more like a different side of you, don't you think? Yeah, because
it's kind of preserve myself.
Yeah, it's like a professional side, and
Yes.
then there's a intimate side, and that side is preserved for friends, like you said, and families and stuff. But you have to try to develop or just like grow your professional side. And you think in the workplace situation, because when you're working, it's not about how you feel, right? It's about how you can contribute, don't you think? Yeah.
Exactly like this. And most of the things that happen on your personal life, you don't need to share with the people who is working with you. In the end of the day, you never know how this can turn in a bad way or in a good way. So you just have to be careful.
Yeah.